Because what happens too often is that we let everything else take priority and the dissertation takes the back burner. And that's the reason why you might be stuck in the same position right now that you were last year. So, with that said, the next point I want to talk about is somewhat related to balance, right? But it's on another important topic. And that topic, which you will see come up on your screen here, is time management. This is something that if I outside the literature review, the other question I get the most is around how do I manage my time and competing priorities. And look, if we think about the clock, right, we all only have the same, 24 hours in a day that we can do something. And so we have to figure out ways to maximize our time. And a lot of us go into writing the dissertation thinking that either I can give a little bit of time or it has to take all of my time. And what I've come to learn while working with so many doctoral students is that there is somewhat of a middle point. And what I would suggest is that as you're thinking about this, we all only have the same amount of time, right? So a lot of times when we think about time management, we just have to think a slightly different about how we're approaching. We need to start thinking more so about how do I insert and make sure that the dissertation takes priority, because what happens too often is that we let everything else take priority and the dissertation takes the back burner. And that's the reason why you might be stuck in the same position right now that you were last year. And this is what's going to become very important as you're thinking about how do I map this out and how do I figure out what does my time frame look like? What does my time management look like?